All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kodash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. This is just going to be a quick update, all right, on what's going on in Venezuela. Okay, so, you had Russian troops, all right, basically make their landing in Venezuela. So now you have Russia, all right, in Venezuela. All right, and that's well, according to this article, all right, the U.S. is basically unhappy with that, you know, because they know now they have to be extremely careful, okay, with whatever they might plan to do in Venezuela, because as we know, the U.S. is trying to replace Maduro with this puppet Guaido that they have selected, okay, but with Russia in there now, they know that they got to be very careful. Okay, so it says Russia must get out of Venezuela. All options open. That's what Trump said. It says U.S. President Donald Trump has warned that Russia must get out of Venezuela. Two plane loads of Russian troops are currently in the Latin American country under the terms of a 2001 cooperation treaty. Speaking at the White House, Trump also warned that all options are open. Slovakia, that all options are open when it comes to getting Russia out of Venezuela. All right, that includes military use, or whatever it may be. Okay, but now tensions are rising more than ever because the slightest thing, all right, that the U.S. might try to do, okay, could lead to something. All right, which we know ultimately there is going to be a third world war. All right, according to biblical prophecy, and Russia is going to be involved along with the U.S. Okay. Only thing is, the U.S. is going to be 100% destroyed. All right. It says around 100 Russian troops touched down in Caracas on Saturday, a show of support for President Nicolas Maduro's government. And that's the thing that really affects the U.S. because they're trying to get Maduro out of there. But now being that he's backed by Russia and the troops are already in Venezuela, that's causing a hindrance for the U.S. So it says the move caused consternation in Washington. However, with Vice President Mike Pence calling the deployment an unnecessary provocation, Pence also called on Russia to withdraw its support of Maduro and stand with Juan Guaido, the Washington sponsored opposition leader who declared himself interim president in January. Now, why would they go and do that? All right, even the people are saying that they're not with this guy. They're cool with Maduro. You know, it says Trump met Guaido's wife, Fabiana Rosales, on Wednesday and pledged his support to her husband after the momentum. Because the only reason they're supporting him is because they can control him. You know, they can. So that's what they do. They take out the leaders of whatever countries may be, that they're trying to get into for resources or whatever. Okay, and they replace them with puppets that they can control. But you see, in this case, it's difficult for them because they're not being allowed to do that. So it says after the momentum behind his play for the presidency fizzled out, Guaido has continued to criticize Maduro's government. On Tuesday, accusing the Venezuelan leader of violating the country's constitution by welcoming the Russian troops. The Russian Foreign Ministry, meanwhile, insisted that the deployment was carried out in strict accordance with the constitution of that country and with full respect for its legal norms. U.S. officials have repeatedly warned Russia against intervening in the Guaido-Maduro power struggle. But hold up, the U.S. can intervene and get all up in this quote unquote power struggle, but yet they're saying Russia can't even intervene in there. Says national security advisor, and Russia said they're not gonna shoot missiles first, but what I'm saying, if or they're not gonna make the first move. All right, but if the U.S. does something, they're more than likely gonna retaliate. So it says John Bolton tweeted on Monday that the United States will not tolerate hostile foreign military powers meddling with the Western Hemisphere's shared goals of democracy, security, and rule of law. But it's really American goals. All right, it's not shared all right, by these other countries out here, man. Okay, these countries they're not in league with America for the most part, and those that are soon going to turn their backs on the U.S. It says Bolton's words echoed uh, those of Senate Armed Services Committee Chair Jim Inhofe, who threatened whatever action necessary should Russia um, encroach on our hemisphere last month. Okay, so we can see, it's always something with the U.S. and Russia because these are key players in that Third World War. All right, and slowly but surely we see, all right, how things are forming. All right, and the tensions rising and rising and rising. All right, because we're at that time, man. We're at the end, the last days. Okay, and these prophecies are screaming, man. All right, but Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. Just a quick update. Call hello Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai and Shalom.